Today we're going to go over Daily Common Core Review 8.7. So question number 1 asks, what is 661,239 rounded to the nearest 10,000? So we look, and in the 10,000 space we have a 6. So we look to the right of that 6, and the digit there is a 1. So that's going to make the 6 remain a 6, meaning it rounds down to it'll be 660,000. That is D, option D. Number 2 says the 2 trays of pizza show the amount of pizza left over after the 4th grade party. So here we have pepperoni. What's left over, we have 2 slices or 2 portions out of a total of 5. So that's 2/5. And then mushroom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7, 8, 9, 10, 6 out of 10. And then it asks, which of the following compares the amount of pepperoni pizza left over to the amount of mushroom pizza left over? So we're looking at something that compares a 2/5 to 6/10. And then just looking at these pictures, we can see that 2/5 is less than 6/10. So we're looking for the option here that says 2/5 is less than 6/10. So this is 2/5 is greater than 6/10. No. Here 6/10 is less than 2/5. No. 2/5 is equal to 6/10. No. 6/10 is greater than 2/5. Yes, that is correct. Because 6/10, that is greater than or more than 2/5. Okay, number 3. There are 63 students in the school band. At a band concert, Jerome saw that equal numbers of band members were seated in 3 different sections. So we have those keywords, the equal numbers. We know we're dividing it equally into 3 sections. And the question asks, how many band members were seated in each section? This one we're doing 63 divided by 3. And I see I can do this mentally in my head. So let's do it together. We have 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then 3 divided by 3 is 1. So there were 21 band members in each section, and that is option A. Okay, let's go to number 4. In January of 2013, Mr. Edwards turned 64 years old. In what year was Mr. Edwards born? So we're going to take the year 2013, and we're going to subtract from that 64. And we'll find the year he was born. So we cannot take 4 from 3. We're going to borrow from the 1. It becomes 0. This becomes 13. 13 take away 4 is 9. We're going to have to go over here and borrow from the 2. It becomes a 1, 10, 9. Now we have 10 take away 6 is 4. 9 take away 0 is 9. 1 take away 0 is 1. So he was born in 1949. Number 5 says, in the picture, 3/6 of the triangles are shaded. Write a fraction that is equivalent to 3/6. So we look at this, 3 out of the 6 are shaded. An equivalent fraction, and this is when you put the fraction in simplest form, that would be 1/2. You look at this and, half of the triangles are shaded. And just a reminder how you do that, how you simplify, what we're doing is we're dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Here it's by 3, sorry, not 2. Why am I putting 2? It's you're dividing it by 3 to get 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Another way you could do this, I'm going to do one more. You only have to write one equivalent fraction, so 1/2 is fine. But I'm going to multiply 3/6 times, we'll do just times 2 over 2. Remember, when you make equivalent fractions and you multiply, you can multiply by any number, just not 1, because you're going to get the same exact fraction. Any number, just make sure you multiply both the numerator and the denominator by that same number. I'm picking 2 because that's pretty easy. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 times 2 is 12. So 6/12 is another equivalent fraction. There are plenty others, but I'm not going to go through them all right now. Okay, number 6, compare 7/8 and 2/6. So I'm just going to put them rewrite them right here, 7/8 and 2/6. When you compare, we're using the greater than, less than, or equal to signs. Now look at these fractions, 7/8. Now that's almost a whole, because 1 whole would be 8 out of 8. So it's just a little bit less than 1 whole. And I look at 2/6. In the prior problem, we made an equivalent fraction of 3/6, that's half. 2/6, that's less than 3/6, so this is less than half. So think about 7/8 is almost 1. 2/6, that's not even a half. So I know 7/8 is greater than 2/6. Another way you could write this is if you want to put the 2/6 first, 2/6 is less than 7/8. Either way is correct as long as you show that 7/8 is the larger number here. Okay, number 7 says to write 12,249 in expanded form and to write the number name. So we'll start with expanded form. Again, this is when you break apart the digits and their place values and you add them together. So we'll start the 1, that's actually the value is 10,000, plus this 2, that's 2,000, plus the second 2 is 200, plus the 4, which value is 40, and then the 9, which is just 9. And now the number name, we're going to write 12,000, comma, 249. Ooh, go 49ers. Okay, number 8 says to find 346,001 plus 209,499. Well, we can line these up, but I already see, whenever you look at numbers, I want you to start thinking about, what you're supposed to do with them in math. But I can see right now, if I just add 1 to 499, I get 500. But let's line these up and we'll do the math. 346 plus 209,499. So this is all, it's going to be 500 because 1 plus 9 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10 again, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we know it's 500. 6 plus 9, that's 15, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 3 plus 2 is 5. So we have a lot of 5s. 555,500. And that is it for today's math.